You can't say you like Coach Prime, but you out here attacking Travis Hunter because he decided to get baptized when he was off. Skip Bayless is getting severe backlash for saying that Travis Hunter is losing interest in the Jaguars because he decided to go get baptized and turn his life over to God Sunday morning, and then showed up on time for whatever they check-in is pre-game and to play a game at 1:00. Now, last I checked, Travis is not subservient. He is a damn employee. And like most employees, when I'm off the clock, if I want to go get baptized, if that's the calling God has put on my life, because maybe I'm going to need it, that's what the hell I'm going to do. And who the hell is Skip Bayless to question Travis's commitment to his job when he's off the clock and choosing to go dedicate his life to God? Skip Bayless going to find out just how real God is. Because I did some checking. And I asked AI, what players does Skip Bayless criticize? And Tim Tebow was on that list. And I know Tim Tebow had the same philosophy where he led with God. So you mean to tell me, Skip Bayless, you out here criticizing Tim Tebow and Travis Hunter because they want to dedicate their life to God? So by process of elimination, do you, Skip Bayless, have a problem yourself with God? Because you're going to find out how real God is by you questioning that young man. He ain't no slave. He's off from work. The NFL is a goddamn job. And when he's off the clock, if he feels the calling on his life, then I suggest he heed to it as he did. And how dare you question it? So you're going to question whether or not he should put God first in his life. Who the hell are you? But you're going to find out how real God is. Chastising people because they choose to let God go first, but you claim you like Coach Prime. That's BS. That is absolute BS. Because the same reason people like Coach Prime is exactly what Travis did on his off day. Live a God-centered life. And I know Skip talks about how he had this nanny or caretaker, or whatever you want to call it in modern terms, that was black, that raised him. Yeah, and it makes me think that you think that Travis is a subservient individual. He's off the clock, just like at times your nanny was. He is not subservient. He's not a slave. He's an employee that was off the clock, and he can do with his own time how he damn well pleases. So you have lost your natural mind twice. Well, if you throw in Shannon 3 times. This is what makes me believe he believes the people he claims to like are subservient. And he can somehow exploit them or profit off of them and by talking about them incestuously. But just like he did the same thing to Shedeur. He's sitting on Gil's Arena show blaming Shedeur for the situation he in, while not holding the NFL accountable, but at some point bragging about having Jimmy Haslam's phone number, but you can't get Jimmy Haslam, your friend, to stop discriminating against your black friend, Coach Prime's son. If you're not trying to stop it, you condoning it. So all this talk about Coach Prime, exploitation. Lil Wayne, exploitation. Shedeur Sanders, exploitation. Seemingly, the only black athlete he liked is Michael Jordan. All the other black athletes get discriminated against or disparaged or disrespected. Skip Bayless is sitting on Gilbert's arenas spreading NFL propaganda. At the same time, Travis Hunter is catching hell from reporters about getting baptized. Skip Bayless comes on his own platform to push the narrative that he cannot possibly be committed to his job, that he's losing interest because he went get baptized. So why y'all want to make Travis' life hard all of a sudden? Because when it was the Heisman and Shedeur was the #1 player coming out of school last year, right around this time, the month of October, you was in love with Shedeur. But then y'all pitted Travis against Shedeur. And then Skip sits up there on Gil's Arena and pit Cam Ward against Shedeur. All these quarterbacks out here. You got to pit Shedeur against Cam Ward by saying if Shedeur had gone to Tennessee that none of this would have happened in Tennessee instead of Cam. I'm like, would a news have popped up at the Titan Stadium? They ain't want Shedeur either. He don't want to talk about Callahan and how he was careless with his words and how he was treating their $48 million first round draft pick. Yeah, see, when you work for a company and they decide to go in a particular direction and they decided to go towards Cam and pay him $48 million, regardless of what it is, and the head coach is pushing the narrative that I want it to be Will Levis, I don't want to name you the quarterback, then I'm reluctant to name you the quarterback. And should we have drafted Cam? You out here pushing that narrative in the background while the team losing. You deserve to be fired. Because whoever over there decided to draft Cam is what the decision was. But he couldn't respect that. And then he had to go running off at the mouth and blowing dog whistles. And then that goddamn noose popped up over there at that stadium. Nobody's dumb. But no, Skip don't talk about that. Skip don't hold Callahan accountable. He want to pitch Shedeur against Cam. I'm tired of these people pitting these black players together. Just like Dan Orlovsky. He set up there on ESPN First Take, which I know I wasn't watching, so it just popped up in my feed. And he decides that all of the best targets for black and brown quarterbacks, Spencer Rattler, Justin Fields, and Tua, should go to Pittsburgh and be their wide receiver. And I said, oh, why are you trying to take Justin Fields' main target? Why are you trying to take Chris Olave from the Saints, which is Spencer Rattler's main target? Why are you trying to take Tua's main target and give them to the Steelers, who's leading the division, who's already winning, while these other teams and quarterbacks are trying to elevate? And I said, I noticed, if you say, well, because they in last place, so is Jackson Dart and the New York Giants. And I don't see you trying to disrupt what he got going on and take his main target. This is what disruption looks like. So Skip on Gil's Arena peddling the NFL narrative, which is currently and recently hating on Travis Hunter, when they should be doing what Coach Prime said, giving him more targets on offense and defense. And even when he balled out, they still reduced the number of targets he had. Maybe they pissed off because when they tried to say that Travis only practiced one way and that they developed him on the other side of the ball, that he ain't say nothing. So a reporter goes to Travis and gonna ask him why he decided to get baptized before coming to work or whatever. And he said it was a stupid question. And he's right. I think Travis has realized that they coming for him too. Because why are we asking people about getting baptized? If you know anything about getting baptized as an adult, 9 times out of 10, it was a calling and you answered it. And if he answered it, it's because...
Did you get baptized this morning?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
It's a crazy question. Why did I get baptized?
Why did you choose to go to church this morning?
Why did
Sunday.
you choose to go to church this morning? You heard that? Why did you choose to go to church this morning? Who's out here asking these questions? Why are you asking him about, can he not go to church? Should he not go to church? Is there something wrong with going to church? Do you see the kind of questions this young man is getting? Because the Jags can't lie and make Coach Prime look inefficient like they developed Travis and he don't have nothing to say. So now he getting all these crazy questions and Skip is echoing it because maybe he trying to get back on the network show too. Because we said that's what they do, right? If you're a friend of Coach Prime, like you say, you wouldn't berate Travis that way and question why he dedicated his life to God. And if you was a God-fearing man, you would never open up your mouth, part your lips, and say such. You would respect him. I don't even know if I would ask about it because that's personal. But every time black players want to do something personal, people got to be nosy. Remember when Jalen Hurts had a conversation with Shedeur? And they had to know what it was about. Why? You can't respect these men as men and respect their privacy and their personal lives? Did he get baptized at the stadium in the pool? He went to church, something a lot of people do. So what's the big deal? Is it a slow news day?
Did you get baptized this morning?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
It's a crazy question. Why did I get baptized?
Why did you choose to go to church this morning?
Sunday, it's God's day, and I've been planning to get baptized for a minute. You know, I want to change my life over, become a better man.
What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, becoming a better man, leaving my old flesh, and just becoming the new Travis.
And I totally respect that, right? Like, why is that a topic of conversation? This is Skip. This is what people are going to him about.
So, allow me to tell you why there was no way that Travis Hunter should have chosen to be baptized on the morning of a 1 o'clock game in Jacksonville, where he plays, obviously, for the Jaguars. Not under normal circumstances, but here's the point. These are not normal circumstances for Travis Hunter, the football player.
What?
The Jags are using him so little, especially on defense, where he is the most gifted, all-time gifted, that Travis Hunter is starting to lose interest. He's starting to check out mentally on.
All right, that's enough. Who told him this? Who told Skip that Travis Hunter was losing interest because he decided to dedicate his life and let God lead? That's making God trivial. That's trivializing God. And my question is, if you had an issue with Tim Tebow and now you have issue with Travis getting baptized and they both are God-centered men, what's your real problem? Do you have a problem with God? What's your faith? Do you go to church, synagogue, temple, or whatever it is? Do you go somewhere and worship? It's basically making Travis dedicating his life to God something else to do because work is not going the way I thought it would. That's wrong. That's wrong. And what people should realize, including Gil's Arena, and he need to find somebody else to work with, this your op right here. This your op. Because we talk about how it is that these big box channels parrot the NFL's narrative because they still want access. Skip might have been fired, but he still wants access. And during the same week, when they're asking Travis ridiculous questions, he's not getting the targets, even though he's shown he's the guy. They have an agenda. And Skip is a part of it. And he's pushing a narrative. Just like on Gil's Arena, he pushes the narrative that it's Shedeur's fault. That how he behaves doing this, rather than holding the owners accountable for taking him off the board and colluding against him. I think we thought Skip beratement of Shannon Sharp was bad. I don't know if y'all understand how bad it is to push this narrative that this young man went and get baptized because he losing interest on his job. How about you hold the Jaguars accountable and say, well, why, if you say you want to win, do you have a player that you can have on both sides of the ball that you traded up to get the number 2 overall spot? Why is it you don't have him play more? And if you're a friend of Coach Prime, like you said, why don't you echo what Coach Prime said? But no, he felt the need to question Travis's devotion to God and make it seem like Travis is distracted by God.